Hey guys, Colton here, and today I'm going to be showing you my lightsaber collection. I recently posted a video walking through the full experience of the Savis Workshop building a lightsaber, and today I thought it might be kind of fun just to show you my current collection. Now, I don't have a lot of lightsabers. I'm always looking to expand upon it, but since lightsabers cost in the hundreds, I take my time, not really spending it all too often. But when I can, I will definitely add to my collection. But today what I want to show you is my current collection, walk you through how they sound, walk you through the pieces, my comparison between the different ones, and later on in the video I'm going to also show you with the lights turned down, how they look color-wise, brightness, and everything in the dark. So let's jump into it. First one we have here is, this is the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber from episode 3. One of my favorites, honestly, just because I love the way this feels in the hands. It's really good for dueling, really good for twirling, and you don't really get cut up. You have this little piece down here that sometimes can be a little troublesome, but if you're good at twirling, like for me, I tend to be a little bit higher on the hilt when I twirl. I don't really have a problem with that. But super nice, mostly metal, but there are some plastic pieces in here, and you can tell it's not the replica because, or the legacy, because this area is still pretty wide, and in the replica this gets really small right here in the section here. It gets really small, but they still had that because they wanted to have enough space to be able to insert the blade all the way down. So really nice. Let me go and fire it up for you. Really nice saber, nice bright blue. A little more of a bold blue. That was kind of the thing that they had, especially in episode 3, was a very bold blue. Really easy response for the clash. I'm not hitting it very hard at all. So if you're trying to duel and you're not trying to hit very hard, very, very easy to do so with this guy. Turn it off. Super easy. This is also one of the first ones that you can actually take off the blade, because a lot of the FX swords, when they first came out, you couldn't take out the blade. So this one, you just unscrew that little top piece, blade comes out like that, and then you just screw this back on, and there you go. And now you can have this as a prop. You can put it on your belt. This is super light, lighter than the Savis Workshop saber, so it's easy to carry in your belt. Like if you want to carry this around the park or you want to cosplay, super easy to do so with this lightsaber. It's super light, easy, and then even when the blade's out on this older one, still does that noise saying that something's not connected. So super cool. Let's jump to the next one here. This is the Anakin Skywalker Lightsaber. So this is what he has in episode 3. And this is also what gets passed on to Luke, gets passed on to Rey. Super nice lightsaber. This is the oldest. Now this is the second one that I got, but the oldest. This was in like 2007. So blade can't come out. This is one of the ones they made where the blade is fixed to the lightsaber. I feel like it's a little bit more weight, but I think that's probably just because it's a little bit more. It looks like maybe a little bit more into this hilt. But let me fire it up real quick for you. A little bit louder of a startup for this guy. Bolder of a startup. I think this one's a little bit brighter too. Really nice. This does have a nice feel in it. Really nice. The one downside of this one, I will say, as far as trying to duel, is this metal piece does get in the way, and I have had some either dueling or different things that I was doing where this was kind of cutting into my hand a little bit. It wasn't too bad. If you know how to hold it and know how to get around it, it could be fine, but there were times when it was kind of a headache. So this is a really awesome lightsaber. It does have the bell hook, which is funny, even though you can't take the blade out. So curious about that, but oh well. Moving on, so that's that one. Let's go on to the newest one of the family, and that's my Savis Workshop, the lightsaber that I built in Galaxy's Edge. So here's just the hilt. So the blade's not in it right now, but here's just the hilt, and it's super, super awesome. I had such a fun time building the lightsaber. If you haven't done it yet, I posted the video, and it's an awesome experience. Feel free to check that video out. I'll post it in the description here. Super fun experience, but you get to build this lightsaber. These are metal pieces. Like this thing is heavy. Compared to these two, this thing is heavy. But it's not like ungodly heavy. It's not like I'm gonna, hurt myself trying to hold it. No, I mean, it's just heavier. It's just, you can tell the weight. I can still twirl it just fine, handle it just fine. When the blade's not in it, makes that little noise saying there's no blade in it. Super easy to put in the blade though. just take it, line up the pieces, twist, and there you go. And then, I love this violet or this purple. I like the sound quality in this a little better. In some cases, it feels like it's a little bit softer than these two. I feel like these two are really abrupt with the sound and a little bit too much. Like there's not much balance. This one I feel like has a little more balance in the tone. I don't feel like it's too just, dow. This one actually has a nice balance. So like even when you fire it up, and I love how you have different types of sounds, different types of startups. It's one of my favorites. I just love the way that sounds. It's a little different of a startup. Really nice. I mean, it has the typical responses, so it's not super responsive. You know, it just will basically just move on its planned responses. The clash, not too bad. A little bit of delay though. I'm not sure if that's just mine. Maybe mine's defective. It's not a big deal for me. One thing I think is kind of neat though, like if you're by yourself and you wanted to just have that noise, if I give it a jolt, I get that clash effect. So like if you're by yourself, you want to do some dueling, you can just give it a little flick and you're able to kind of get that sound effect. It's kind of fun. I feel like the up and down on the Savis is a little more abrupt on the blocking. You know, when it comes down, it will do like the sections. These do it as well, you can see it, but definitely it seems like they're a little bit smoother. Like when it goes up, you can see, and when it comes down. The only thing that I really wish they would have worked on a little better is trying to make that smooth. I think there's aftermarket blades and things you can buy just to make the blade better. I know they are not cheap. So one thing I want to do real quick is, since I have this out, I want to show you the other crystal that I got. So if you ever wanted to get this and you got multiple crystals, I'm going to show you real quick how to put the crystal in. It's super fast, super easy. Unscrew the two grips. So bottom, top. Okay, those two are unscrewed. Now you just basically have to take off the center pieces. Like that, and now I have my crystal in the middle. Take that crystal out. All right, I'll set it down for a second so I can get my other one. All right, so here's the red crystal. So the person that talked to me said that there's not really a certain way that you're supposed to put these in. I tend to put like the pointy end downward. Not sure if it's easier or better or what. So crystal is in, if you can see that. Now you just put the plates back on. There's colors on the plates, like there's a blue here. You just line it up with the blue colors on the saber. So that's in there. That's in there. Screw the grips back on. Okay, grips back on. Check to see if it works. It does. Now put the blade back on. And now, obviously I'm a very Jedi fan, but there's something about that menacing startup of that red saber that just, I don't know, something about it. And even the turning off, I love that. Such a cool sound. They actually, I personally think they did a good job with the sound on these sabers. Like I said, it's not too loud. It's not like the abrupt, and also I feel like it's a nice balance. Could it be louder? I'm sure it could be louder, but I'm okay with it, honestly. I love it. Like I said, the saber comes out really easy. Just twist and pull, boom. Now you have it. I did wear this on my belt when I bought it. I'm that kind of a nerd. So when I made it and I left the shop, I immediately went to the store around the corner and bought the belt hook so I can put it on my belt. I was wearing shorts. I didn't have a belt on. I just hooked it on my shorts. This was a little bit heavy, so it did kind of tug on my shorts a little bit uncomfortable. But I mean, I still did it because I'm a nerd and I felt cool. But if you had a belt on, I don't see this being an issue. People complain about this being too heavy. I mean, this is heavier, so it is more than like these two. Like this one would be easier to carry in your belt for sure. Like if you weight the two, this one's, but it's not crazy heavier. So there's these, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the lights down, and I'm gonna show you how these look with the lights off, so you can see the colors and all that. All right, so here's the Obi-Wan Kenobi starting up. See, this is actually really bright blue. Really nice. Clash is good, like I said. So I wanted to see kind of like my Savi one. If you flick it, then it would give the clash. This one, no. This one you actually have to clash it to get the sound. I feel like the hum and the swing is kind of a weird sound. I'm not a big fan of it. It sounds kind of fake and weird, but still pretty cool. Let's go to the Anakin Skywalker. So a little different of a sound. I like the tone in this one a little better. So same thing with this one. If I try to flick it, it's not going to give that clash sound. I actually, but I think the sound quality of this one is better than the other one. The standing hum is really nice. Like if I just stand there and just, it sounds like a lightsaber. Really nice. All right, now we're going on to the Savi lightsaber, the one that I built. I think we still have the red crystal in it, so let's give it a shot. So this one, I like the feel in the hand. It feels good. It has a weight to it, but it's not unbearable. I like how you can kind of give a little flick and get the clash. So if you just want to kind of get that feeling, it's kind of fun. It is a bright blade, that's for sure. I like the red one. The reds are, I think, typically not very bright blades, so this one actually seems pretty bright. Let me switch out the crystal real quick and we'll go to the purple. Oh yeah. All right, so here's the purple, or the violet. I like this one. It definitely is a bright one for sure. As I said, the way that I made this with the protection and defense, I like it. Makes it super easy to twirl around. You don't feel like you're gonna get your hand caught anywhere. Sound on this one is good. I like the deflection sound on this one. So really nice, really bright. You get a little bit of ribbed. I don't think you can see it in the camera, but I can see here looking at it, you get a little bit of a ribbed, like you see a little bit of the LEDs, a little bit. But honestly, it's not that much noticeable. Overall, super fun, super cool. So if you haven't yet gotten yourself a lightsaber, you can go to Disney World, you can build your lightsaber like this. This is roughly about $230. You can go to the store around the corner and you can buy a legacy lightsaber, which is a lightsaber that's off of the movies. Those are typically a little bit cheaper, between I think like $130 and $150. Still really nice, really good lightsabers, and they're gonna be a little bit thinner than these and a little bit lighter. So get yourself a lightsaber because they're super fun, and if you get ones that are able to duel, then you can have a little fun with your friends. All right guys, well, that's all for today, and I will see you next time.